Top 10 celebrities who hate Margot Robbie. Number 10, Jada Smith. Jada Smith's affair with the rapper August Alsina was the start of many finishes. At the point when the entertainer uncovered on her Facebook's Red Table Talk what the young rapper had proactively reported to the world, the aftermath and possible compromise between the couple had previously occurred, and they affirmed they were together, more grounded than any time in recent memory and genuinely enamored. Be that as it may, what wouldn't be uncovered on Jada Pinkett Smith's television show was the means by which her issue could have been a circumstances and logical results response to one more exploded talk being coursed by tabloids. The 2020 episode on the Red Table Talk affirming Jada Smith's issue with Alsina was connected by web detectives to the 2013 bits of gossip about Will Smith's supposed affair with Margot Robbie. Although married in 1997, the institutionalized concept of tying the knot didn't really fly well with the actress. Jada Smith admitted years after the fact that it would be constrained into it by her mom subsequent to getting pregnant with Jaden Smith, her and Will Smith's most memorable child. Number 9, Elliot Garnaut. Celebrity stylist has named his worst dressed Australian star in Hollywood, Margot Robbie. The Melbourne-based fashion expert took part in an episode hosted by social media star Rosalia. Also featuring in the episode was model Rebecca Harding and designer Emma Hawkins, with the four discussing a range of topics submitted by fans. He went on to say about Margot Robbie, "Your stylist is literally effing torturing you. You look like an old wench." Ouch. A number of members of the chat then discussed the fact that Margot is an ambassador for luxury brand Chanel. "Somebody at Chanel obviously hates her," Elliot joked. "She has the entire archive at her disposal and she's walking out in these old rags," he added. Elliot is an Australian stylist based in Melbourne who has a number of high-profile clients. They include Rebecca Harding, Phoebe Burgess, and Elise Knowles, Nadia Fairfax, Kate Waterhouse, Karl Stefanovich, and Shanina Sheikh. On to number 8, Chanel itself. Speaking of, fans also have been calling for Margot's emancipation. They're concerned she's being held hostage, stressing that she must be set free as soon as possible, but the thing she must be liberated from is somewhat unconventional. It's not a person, it's not some sort of corrupt conservatorship or a dingy cell. The captor in question is in fact the luxury fashion brand Coco Chanel. For months now, fashionistas and Robbie fans have been using the aforementioned language of entrapment a little too seriously, actually, to describe her ongoing partnership with Chanel. The general consensus among them is that Robbie has been shackled by the French label's chains since she became one of its brand ambassadors in 2018. Namely, that she's been forced into a series of designs she doesn't actually like. Whether there's any modicum of truth in this theory is impossible to tell. Nonetheless, in recent months, Robbie's fans have been furiously pointing out the difference between the actor's expression when wearing Chanel compared to other luxury brands. Margot Robbie in Bottega versus in Chanel, tweeted one person alongside a series of photographs of the 32-year-old in the brand's respective designs. "Her face says it all," they added. Number 7, Taylor Swift. Margot Robbie and Taylor Swift have a mutual friend in Cara Delevingne who actually lived with Swift for an entire summer per Variety. But this isn't their only connection. Swift's ex, Joe Alwyn, played Robbie's on-screen love interest in the 2018 movie Mary Queen of Scots. However, Robbie made a confession about the couple. "I didn't know Taylor and Joe were together." Alwyn made his own admission about Robbie during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan. She underwent a dramatic transformation to portray Queen Elizabeth I in the period piece, and Alwyn said they spent an hour together in the same trailer without him realizing that the other actor getting her makeup applied was Robbie. Now, she may not exactly hate working with Margot, but who knows about Taylor? Maybe seeing her lover at the time working alongside Margot got her a little jealous. What do you guys think? On to number 6, George Clooney. As for Robbie, the actress was also allegedly excited to team up with Clooney, but she didn't know why the actor had a sudden change of heart. Now, the Harley Quinn star has allegedly been made aware of the real reason why the actor has blacklisted her from working with him. Though no fault of her own, a silly on-set fight that happened when she was 8 years old has cut her out of one of Hollywood's most prestigious inner circles. She's not going to let it worry her, though. This movie with David and Christian could earn gongs to have her own prestigious inner circle, the source said. Number 5, Cara Delevingne. If you can cast your mind back to September, you might recall that Margot found herself at the center of discussions online after a batch of photographs of her looking distressed made the rounds on social media. In the snaps, Margot is dressed casually and appears to be leaving a residence with a suitcase in hand, though fans were immediately concerned when it appeared that she was crying. Looking toward the ground with a serious expression, the Wolf of Wall Street star could be seen holding a hand over her scrunched up face, looking visibly sad. To make matters even more intriguing, Page 6 was one of several outfits to report that the photos had been taken while Margot was leaving the home of Cara Delevingne. You might remember when Cara made waves online after fans thought she looked a little uneasy while posing for photos on the Met Gala red carpet. And more recently, the supermodel was seen walking shoeless and smoking outside an airport in Cali. On the same occasion, she was filmed looking unusually frantic as she spoke on her phone before dropping it on the ground several times. So it was just days after this incident that Margot was seen looking teary-eyed after a supposed visit to the supermodel's home, sparking major worry that things could be awry. Number 4, Christopher Nolan. Christopher's Oppenheimer starring Cillian Murphy and Greta Gerwig's Barbie starring Margot Robbie are going for an all-out smackdown in the theaters this month. Both films are opposite extremes of each other, but it looks like fans are going to have a joyride one after another. Comparing both films would be absolutely nonsensical, except for one thing. Many of Nolan's films so far, such as Inception, Tenet, and the Dark Knight trilogy, are known to use minimalistic CGI as he likes being true to the scenes and to the audience. Oppenheimer follows the same ritual as the film, according to Nolan, has not even used a single bit of CGI to show explosion scenes. Along with that revelation, Greta Gerwig has also made one of her own. As the much anticipated Barbie is about to dazzle her way onto the big screen, Gerwig has revealed to us that her film also didn't use CGI for a particular scene because that would be terrifying. It's the scene when Margot Robbie is first shown as the titular character, stepping out of her high-heeled slippers and showing her perfectly arched feet. On to number 3, Amy Schumer. Amy was the initial option to play Barbie, believe it or not, until Margot Robbie was finalized. No one truly knew the reasoning behind Schumer's exit from the project and the circumstances surrounding it. The actress has been quiet throughout the long term about why she left the film before it moved to Warner Bros. What's more, Greta Gerwig assumed control. Being one of the year's most anticipated projects, it highlights Margot, Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, Emma Mackey, and that's just the beginning. In any case, it appears as though Schumer wasn't feeling life in a plastic dream house while fostering a past rendition of the impending, surprisingly realistic Barbie film. She said that she had composed Barbie as an ambitious inventor, and later her vision eventually didn't line up with the creation. Number 2, Will Smith. The Aussie actress and her Suicide Squad co-star Will Smith went on BBC Radio 1 to promote the new movie Suicide Squad and went head-to-head for a little game of playground insults while they were there. Taking turns making fun of each other, Robbie wasted no time going after Smith, saying his ears were big enough to be antennas that could pick up Wi-Fi from her mother's house in Australia. And finally, number 1, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp fans believe the actor could soon return to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise following a shock announcement from Margot Robbie. Robbie was set to star in a spin-off Pirates film which was reportedly centered around a female-led storyline. The project was announced back in 2020 with the film script to be written by Birds of Prey screenwriter Christina Hodson. But Robbie has revealed that the project is now dead in the water. We had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, but just a different kind of story, Robbie told Vanity Fair. With the Disney executives eventually scrapping the film because she says, I guess they didn't want to do it. That is all for today. I feel like it's almost impossible to actually hate on Margot Robbie, but what do you guys think? Maybe she's different behind the camera, right? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates and news on your favorite celebrities. And I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.